Ngā mihi mahana hoki e ho mā. Welcome again to this reflection on the Gospel that we have from Luke chapter 7. It's a real joy to be with you. My name is Buckshot. I'm from Wellington in New Zealand. The text we have is a report that Luke gives of John the Baptist's disciples coming to visit Jesus and check him out. John was in prison as a political prisoner, having upset Herod the Tetrarch recently. Now Jesus has been inspired by his cousin John, by many of the ideas that John preached, but he's put a slightly different spin on some of them. And you can read about what Jesus has to say today in Luke chapter 7, verses 31 to 35, as well as including Luke's version of our club's ethos, friend of tax collectors and sinners. Our text today is about the wisdom of God and has a lot to say about our current moment in history. A moment where it seems you're either a Republican or a Democrat. You are for us or against us. We do live in a very polarised time, and Jesus speaks directly to us today with an image where he quotes some children playing in the marketplace singing, "We played the pipes for you and you wouldn't dance. We sang dirges for you and you wouldn't cry." This image speaks to the polar opposites of celebration and despair. It highlights the difference between John's austere life and the somewhat party-like atmosphere around Christ. Yet we know today that life is not black and white. It is not just a party or a depressed nightmare. There is a lot of middle ground between those two extremes, a place of colour and a time for lots of expressions and of difference and creativity. Back in Genesis, we have the story of the flood and of the rainbow being a sign of God's promise to care for us. We have Joseph and his technicolor dream coat, and also in Revelation there is an image of heaven with light being refracted through many gemstones, bringing much colour and creativity and vibrancy into that idea. We only need to look outside our windows or through our visors as we ride to see the variety and the colour within creation. As one of Smithy's favourite hymns proclaims, something lives in every hue. Wisdom is the ability, is the gift to be able to see the fingerprints of God in all the aspects of life. It is too easy and childish to fall into simple black and white, them and us dogma. As Jesus looks at us today, does he still see children arguing in the marketplace over extreme points of political or religious view? Or have we embarked on a journey with Jesus? Are we following him to the margins where life is often colourful and chaotic, ragged and raw? In these marginal spaces, black and white answers don't cut it. Political rhetoric cannot solve the pain of exclusion or difference, of the loss of work or broken relationships. Many of us in squad wear black. We are probably more an embodiment of Johnny Cash's Man in Black on the side of the battler and the poor, but we know that many among us are colourful, very colourful indeed. May we not be satisfied with platitudes, with simple black or white memes anymore. Let's take up the challenge to struggle together, to find meaningful responses to all the issues we face today. Wisdom is not easily discovered, but its expression brings hope, health and wholeness. As Jesus says today, wisdom is justified by her children. In our moment in history, childish actions and answers must be left aside. It's time to grow up into an adult faith that wrestles with the facts around us. The climate is heating up. The gap between the rich and poor is still growing. People are dying from COVID-19. Indigenous people are still missing out. Black and white simple answers cannot deal with these issues. We must get up close together, see and experience the different colours and hues, and seek true wisdom that brings the life and love of God into reality around us. So may the Spirit give us her strength to pursue wisdom today and always. Arangamari e kia koutou katoa. Cheers, and God be with you.